7 players Real Madrid have decided to offload next summer. For different reasons, some have become a burden on the club, while others will be moved on for reasons we'll cover in this video. As part of our transfer news series, here are the 7 biggest players set to leave the club this summer. Welcome back to BePart Sports. Let's get started. Fran Garcia. Since returning to Real Madrid, the Spanish left-back has never fully convinced. His role in the squad has been limited, with the player now a backup option who rarely features. Even when he does play, he has struggled to make a real impact. As a result, he is among the leading candidates to leave the Bernabéu next summer. It is worth noting he came very close to joining Bournemouth in January, but Madrid decided to delay the sale until the summer. Garcia, 26, is still attracting interest from Bournemouth and other Premier League clubs, according to The Athletic, with lower-level interest from Juventus. Reports also suggest Real Madrid are looking to receive between €10 million and €15 million for his transfer. Ferland Mendy. With the club leaning towards selling Garcia, Real Madrid are also not keen on keeping the French fullback. In fact, the situation may go further. Both players could leave in the same window, with a new signing expected to compete with Carreras on the left flank. As for Mendy, he has played just 247 minutes this season. He has struggled with repeated and long-term injuries, which have kept him unavailable for large parts of the campaign. The 30-year-old had previously attracted interest from AC Milan and Sunderland, both last summer and in the following winter window. However, that interest does not appear to be active heading into next summer. There are also no concrete reports of movement from other clubs, given the player's current situation this season. Dani Carvajal, the last remaining member of Real Madrid's golden generation that won 3 Champions League titles under Zidane, is facing a difficult task to stay at the club next season. According to The Athletic, the 34-year-old's departure could follow a similar pattern to other key exits in recent years, including Sergio Ramos, Karim Benzema, and Luka Modric. He is expected to leave quietly when his contract expires in June, especially given his current situation, which is already pointing in that direction. Injuries have increased in recent seasons, and he is no longer a regular starter. There are also growing doubts over his physical condition and on-field level. Fichajes report that several names are being considered as replacements, including Manchester United defender Diogo Dalot. As for his next move, the Gulf region appears the most likely destination, with strong interest from the Saudi Pro League. A move to Qatari side Al Gharafa is also possible, particularly after his recent visit to the club, where his friend and former Real Madrid teammate Joselu is currently playing. David Alaba. Any Real Madrid fan or observer could easily expect to see the Austrian defender on this list. He's going through one of the most difficult periods of his career, with recurring injuries and a clear drop in impact and sharpness, even when available. With his contract approaching its end next summer, the natural outcome appears to be an exit and a complete departure from the project. There are no talks over a new deal, something confirmed by multiple reliable sources, including Fabrizio Romano. Last January, the 33-year-old was linked with a move to Galatasaray or to Major League Soccer. So far, there are no strong indications of his next destination this summer. However, Calciomercato report that he is being monitored by Juventus and AC Milan, while there is also interest from several Premier League clubs. Spanish outlet AS also recently reported serious interest from clubs in the Saudi Pro League. Dani Ceballos. Aside from limited spells, the Spanish midfielder has never managed to secure a regular starting place at Real Madrid under any manager. Even with the team's clear struggles in midfield over the past 2 seasons, the 29-year-old has remained out of the picture. Injuries have also been a recurring issue, and it now appears the time has come to bring his Madrid spell to an end. According to Diario AS, the club see him as surplus to requirements and have decided to sell him before his contract expires in the summer of 2027. Journalist Jorge Picon also reports that several clubs have made inquiries about Sabios, with concrete offers already on the table. However, the player is keen on a return to his former club, Real Betis, who are open to the move. Antonio Rutiger. The German defender's contract with Real Madrid runs until next summer. Speaking about renewal talks, the 33-year-old recently said he is confident an agreement will be reached with the club. Meanwhile, Onda Cero report that a one-year extension remains possible, while other sources such as Radio Marca and Bild suggest Rutiger could be in his final season with Madrid. Amid this uncertainty and conflicting reports, the most likely scenario is that the player will be assessed until the end of the season before a final decision is made. He has recently regained his place in the starting lineup and delivered solid performances. However, he has also missed several matches through injury and has shown inconsistent form at times alongside advancing age. Despite that, Rutiger continues to attract interest from a number of clubs, including Juventus, Tottenham, and several Saudi sides. Eduardo Camavinga. Unlike the previous names, Real Madrid may not gain significant financial value from their departures. The situation is different with the French midfielder, who was once seen as a key part of the club's future. However, a series of inconsistent performances has affected his stability, bringing him closer to a possible exit. A sale could generate a strong fee that the club may use to strengthen the squad. Italian journalist Matteo Moretto confirmed this, stating that the 23-year-old's position at Madrid is no longer untouchable after previously being considered off-limits. He also noted that the impressive performances of Thiago Pittar could push the club to consider selling the French midfielder. Madrid have not set a fixed asking price, but will not consider any offer below 50 million euros. Selling Camavinga would not be difficult. The player has clear quality, which he shows at his best, something that has attracted interest from Premier League clubs. According to Team Talk, Manchester United have placed him among their priorities, while Football Insider report that Liverpool are also interested in signing him. Finally, which of these players do you think deserves to stay at Real Madrid?